Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is he, it is who, it is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. You know when it's slow, honey, it's about to be drama. I woke up this morning, looked at my phone, looked at Instagram. I usually don't look at Instagram. I usually look at Facebook. For some reason, this morning, I looked at Instagram. And guess what? First thing I see is 8 dead, 11 people hurt at a Travis Scott concert. I'm like, what is going on now? How did 8 people die? Now, I assumed that 8 people got shot. Thank goodness they didn't bring any guns, or maybe they brought guns, but they weren't shooting. But 8 people died because there was a stampede of people, I guess, pushing. You know what? People have to be liable. Producers or whatever, like, wasn't Puffy, didn't something like this happen to Puffy when he first started out in DC? I remember the real Gene was talking about it, and he went into great detail of what he was talking about or whatever, but this is just too much. So let me just
we're actually working right now
this is
to
Travis
identify
Scott.
the families
Thank you,
so we can help assist them through
Neighborhood
this
Talk.
tough time. I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify
I've
the
never even
families
seen him talk.
so we can help assist them through this tough time. I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. I just want to send out prayer.
Okay.
You know, my fans
Why he
really
keeps
mean the world
rubbing
to
his
me,
head, I don't know.
I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out,
Can you take your hand down?
anything that's going on, my fans show and help them get the help they need.
Can you please take your
I
hand
could
off of
just
your
never
head?
imagine the severity of the situation.
But
Showing.
they were telling him while he was on
Working
stage. They
closely.
said that he wouldn't stop
We're
performing.
working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to help us figure this out. We've been working closely.
This is really pathetic.
If you have any information, I mean, I'm honestly just devastated.
You wasn't devastated while he was performing.
Like this just happening.
Weren't they telling him that someone died? Maybe they didn't tell him, but they told the producers. But I can only imagine. I can only imagine how he feels. I can only imagine how he feels. That being his concert and his name is being, labeled. Oh, this is another part.
We do have a report of a security officer, according to the medical staff that was out and treated him last night, that he was reaching over to restrain or grab a citizen, and he felt a prick in his neck. When he was examined, he went unconscious. They administered Narcan. He was revived, and the medical staff did notice a prick that was similar to a prick that you would get if somebody's trying to inject. That is one part of it. The other thing that's very important, there were some individuals that were trampled, and we want to be respectful of that. But we just ask that y'all give us time to do a proper investigation.
Okay, sorry.
We'll tell you, one of the narratives was that some individual was injecting other people with drugs. We do have a report of a security officer, according to the medical staff that was out and treated him last night, that he was reaching over to restrain or grab a citizen, and he felt a prick in his neck. When he was examined, he went unconscious. they administered Narcan. He was revived, and the medical staff did notice a prick that was similar to...
Okay, so that's a prick in the neck. It was just too much that went on.
One of the narratives was...
Okay. All right, now this is the one. Let me turn this up. They're telling them to stop the show. So you see the girl and the guy, she's like crying because she's telling them to stop the show because someone died, but you can't. How did she get up here without security? Where was security? Like, they could have attacked Travis Scott. But I guess they were security was trying to deal with what was going on. So it's just all bad. You know, it's just, people. And then there's another young man who was there, and he was saying that, you know, he got there early, and he almost fainted when he saw Master T. Let me turn this down. He almost fainted when Master P was on, but he said it wasn't a lot of people. So he went to the side because, you know, he almost lost it himself. And then he said that later on, you know, when Travis Scott came on, that, you know, it was just a lot of crowds. And then there's another picture where you just see people, you know, like breaking down the gates and just running, you know, just I guess illegally getting in. It's so sad. It's so sad. You can't even go to the concert. You can't even go to the concerts, you know, and stand around. Oh, and they had, okay, here's the guy. Here's the guy.
To that asteroid, bro, like, okay, so when I first got there, that's when Master P was performing. It wasn't that many people there, so I had went, you know, I got in the crowd. We was probably like in the middle of the crowd, but we was way in the front.
I can't.
And as everything was happening, I just felt like I was being crushed, and like I couldn't breathe, and I almost like literally passed out. Like I felt like I was about to like collapse. So I started screaming and shit. So that's when like the people, they seen me just because of the fact that I was in the front. So they had pulled me out, you know what I'm saying? And then I had got out, and I had just stood around, like, not in the crowd no more. But that was during the daytime. So look, let me tell y'all something. Look, all right, so this is when Travis Scott is about to hit the stage. All right. Something in my mind told me don't get in the crowd due to the fact of what happened to me earlier that day, you know what I'm saying, with the whole Master P, you know, audience and whatnot. So look, Travis Scott about to perform. It's probably like 100,000 plus people, you know, everywhere, you know what I'm saying, just standing around in the barricades, you know what I'm saying. So it wasn't as bad, but something told me don't stand in the barricade. I sat on the side, you see what I'm saying. I went all the way to like the end of the line, and I was like right there on the barricade, but I sat like, you know, like took a seat on it so I wouldn't be in the crowd like that. But I kid y'all not, bro. As soon as Travis Scott started, like as soon as he started, like all the flame, the fire, the fucking like the Phoenix and all that shit, and then he popped out, started going crazy, and like I'm telling you, as soon as he started going crazy, like the whole crowd started raging and shit. Everybody just screaming, help, help, help. Mind you, I'm sitting on top of the fence. So I'm looking down on everybody, and I'm seeing all this shit happening, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers reaching and they crying. I'm trying to pull people out. So look, in the middle, it's a VIP section, like different celebrities and people who pay like thousands of dollars to sit in the VIP section. Mind you, I'm pulling people out, and I'm trying to pull them into that VIP section. That's where, like, people was pulling people in so they can breathe. So the people in the damn VIP section, they getting mad, talking about, why the fuck you pulling people over here in our section? I'm like, man, fuck that shit, bro. These people about to lose their motherfucking lives, you know what I'm saying? So I pull out this one boy. This boy, he probably like 14 years old. This a little bitty teenager, bro. This one lady, I kid you not, in the fucking VIP section, literally put her hands on this boy and associated this boy and started hitting him like, didn't I tell y'all don't jump the fuck over? So I end up screaming like, bitch, who the fuck is you to tell somebody what the fuck they can do? Like, bitch, this ain't your motherfucking concert, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck about what motherfucking fucking ticket you paid for. Like,
Bougie
these
ass
people need some fucking
motherfuckers.
help.
Fuck you.
So I'm helping people, I'm pulling
On your
people out.
VIP thing.
And like, it
People
just
are
felt like
dying.
we was like literally like in fucking hell, bro. Like, it felt like we was in a concert in hell. You couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like, I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like, once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. Like, this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like, that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like, help. The whole crowd was just going like, help, help, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro. And mind you, y'all see the type of music I make. Y'all see everything, like, you know, like, I've been so heavily influenced by Travis, but like, after tonight, bro, like, God really showed me, like, you know, like, stay away from that shit, bro. Like, that shit not for you, because, like, he sacrificed so many people's lives tonight, like, for real. Like, so many people's lives are gone tonight because they want to go to a fucking Travis Scott concert and have fun. You know, he influenced people to be raging and all this shit. So many people broke in, and it was just chaos, bro. It was a living fucking hell, bro. Imagine seeing all those dead bodies, and that was just by me. And the shit got so bad, I was sitting on top of the gate. I was pulling so many people in, helping so many fucking people. And people was just screaming, crying, trying to ask for my help. I got so overwhelmed, I jumped down and I ran out that bitch and I left, bro. Like, this shit really happened tonight. And a lot of people, they, you know, hearing this shit, but like, watch tomorrow, y'all gonna see this shit was no fucking joke. Like, this shit really happened. So many people got injured. So many people died. That shit was so fucking wicked. Like, it was so wicked, bro. Like, you know, I'm not trying to, you know, put nothing on Travis Scott and call him Illuminati, call him no devil worship, but that what the fuck it was, bro. We really went to a concert in hell, bro. You couldn't breathe. I'm talking about everybody was so crushed up on you. It was like literally no room for you to lift your chest up and breathe. Like, you couldn't move. You couldn't fucking breathe, bro. Just by the good fucking grace of God, I was in the front, so they helped me out. But I knew, and I even told people at nighttime, I said, bro, once the sun go down and the main stage open up, I said, bro, do not go to that fucking, the middle of that fucking crowd, because at nighttime, nobody will be able to hear you. Nobody will be able to see you. Something bad gonna happen, bro. And exactly like that, a lot of bad shit happened. A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people got hurt. So any parents watching this shit, I would advise you to not send your motherfucking kids to no fucking Astroworld Fest. Let their ass stay at home. That shit was not fun. It was scary as fuck. Like, don't go. And if that bitch still is open tomorrow, don't send your kids. I really hope this shit get canceled. I know tomorrow this shit gonna be on the news for sure. But shit, that's all I gotta say, bro. All right.
Now, why? Oh my goodness. Why is he the only one that recorded anything other than the police? He's the only one on social media that really has said anything other than Travis Scott and the police. And this guy, like, out of thousands of people that witnessed it, why isn't anyone coming forth and saying anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have thousands. You saw people dead. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, remember, they had that shooter in Vegas, and then whatever happened to that shooter? Okay, I think he committed suicide. But all of the evidence leading up to that, like, how did he get in a hotel? All of that equipment, everything, all of those guns, you know, I don't know. Something just wasn't right. Something is not right about this one, because where was the security? Like, if you have that many people, if you're expecting, okay, so maybe it was 50,000, but then what, like 10,000 people barged in or something? Like, you should have blockades where people can't bum rush, you know, to kill. So I guess the people are liable, you know, Travis Scott, I don't know who, I guess it's not Travis Scott, but the venue, I think, is liable for 8 lives. Can you imagine going to a concert and coming back, not coming back? And not because of a gunshot or anything, because everyone trampled over you. Oh my God. I was at Essence one year in the convention center, and we were looking at, because there's different like people who are talking. I think Tyrese, I think he was there. I think I was waiting for Tyrese. Yeah, I think that was it. And we were waiting, standing and waiting, but it was just like people's hair. Black women, we don't wash our hair every day, right? And there's braids, and New Orleans is hot, hot. So, people hot and funky, okay? Because in New Orleans in the summertime, in July, that's when Essence Festival is in July for the 4th of July weekend. It's just you're walking around, women got braids, they got weaves, they got wigs, they got everything. And some of it stink. And literally, I got whiff of that hair funk, and I was just ooh, I gotta go. I had to leave. That stuff made me sick. Now, I've been to Essence at least 8 to 10 times, but baby, that hair funk. So I can imagine, that was in a well ventilated area. This was, the body heat. Maybe it was at night, but body heat. And I've been to concerts where you're crushed, or I don't know. I've been to some other venues or something like that, and I understand exactly what it's saying. I got to get out. That's why I like sit down concerts. Where they're not bum rushing. Now I do remember my cousin and I. This was like, okay, so if I'm 52, this had to be about 40 years ago. Yeah, about 40. We went to a Run DMC concert at the Henry J. Kaiser Center. We were the first people there. We were the first people there, and my uncle Sadat dropped us off like it was early in the afternoon. We were the first people. We were the first people standing and waiting. Oh my God, I remember that concert. It was so fly. We were in the front. We were in the front. I mean, it was us and the stage. We were right there. And it got kind of heated then. Oh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. I think I remember someone was fighting up in the stands or whatever, and someone fell over the balcony. Or was that at the Oakland Coliseum? Anyway, but no, so I do know when you're in that type of venue or whatever, and people, they start pushing you or whatever. I'm good. I like to stand by the sides. I like to stand by the sides. I like to stand close to the door. Okay? Let me stand by the exit door. I don't need to be in the middle, even though I was in the middle at Essence. This was the last time I went to Essence in 2006, 15, 16. And I think it was one of the guys. I think it was Offset who gave me tickets. I brought tickets from Offset for $50 because he was starting his dreads, and he looked just like Offset. I didn't know who he was, but he had the front row tickets or whatever, and he sold it to me for $50. And I was all there with the VIPs. I didn't have VIP pass to go in the back. I think he did, but whatever. And I think that was Offset. But he was like my height, dark. He looked just like Offset. I never got any. I don't even think I got a picture of the guy. But we were sitting down. So at Essence, people are sitting down. They're walking like in the hallways, strutting the stuff, because the most beautiful people in the world go to Essence Festival. Black people. I'm telling you, want to see black beauty? Go to Essence. All shapes, sizes, heights, socioeconomic statuses, everything. Just go. Everybody's there. But anyway, this is horrible. Horrible in so many parts. Horrible is the fact that Travis never stopped the concert. I don't know if he knew. I mean, I know the show must go on, but if you got 8 dead people, it's time to shut it down. It's time to shut it down. But maybe he didn't know, people are going crazy, while you're singing, and maybe he thought that, people were really into it. Yeah, they were really into it, but it ain't, what, when people start dying at your concerts, you got to step back. And then someone post that Kylie is okay. Girl, ain't nobody Was she even there? Why is she there? And she's like, what, 8, 6, 7 months pregnant? You better keep your butt in LA. Don't, these women be worried about somebody cheating on them, whatever. No, honey, you need to take that private jet and go right back home to LA, to your mansion. You know what? They probably have a mega mansion in Houston. Yeah, they probably do. Anyway, yeah, they probably do, because, honey, it's cheap out there. Housing is real cheap compared to California. But this is too much. I mean, oh, so you heard? Yeah, I showed you. I mean, I posted that they were injecting people in the neck. It's like, whoa, whoa. Like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just stay at home, safe, and look from my TV for concerts or anything like that. Even though I love live music. Whoa, I absolutely love live music, but it ain't worth all that. It ain't worth my life. It is not worth my life. I live, in close proximity to a venue out here, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna try just go by myself to go to some of these concerts, because I live too close, and some of the Broadway plays, not Broadway plays, but some of the plays that hit downtown, and I don't know, honey. After thinking about this, maybe I just need to stay at home safe. I mean, I can listen to radio. I can, turn up my car radio and, dig to the beat or whatever. Me, you guys can kick it with me or whatever. I just don't know. I don't know. It's just too crazy. This is just crazy, but it reminds me of what happened, even though it wasn't a shooter or active shooter. But this reminds me of, that incident that happened a couple of years ago in Las Vegas when they had that shooter. Even though someone wasn't shot, but the fact that people went to concerts and people, well, it's not as many people, but people ended up dead. No. So let's just pray for the families, because these are young kids. One of the reports, oh wait, look at this one.
Exactly right.
So they want to look at the concert, and they're not aware that someone is dying. The show still went on. So the show still went on. I don't know. I know. I'm assuming that Travis heard these people. But if the producer didn't say, okay, cut the mic, they should have cut it and closed the show. If people are dying in the audience, it's not worth it. I mean, it's not like people are gonna get the money back. I don't know. I don't know. I know the show must go on, but not if 8 people are dead in your audience. Because then I think, is Travis liable if people tell him that people are dead in the audience and he continues? Like, so if people die in the audience, they continue the show. But if there's a fight that breaks out on stage, they stop it. Make it make sense, because if a fight breaks out on stage, no one dies. But yet you got 8 people dead in the audience and no one radios to anybody, hey, there's people who are dead here, let's stop the show. I don't get it. What part of that production, ooh, honey, that production company, I hate it, baby. You better ching. I hope they're very well insured, because I see a lot of issues that happen that should not have happened. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.